The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
Hi, and welcome to the Eagles Sports Network. I'm Caitlin Jones, standing alongside head coach for the track and field team, David Needs. Coach, we're here to talk about the upcoming weekend at Pincus, but first I just want to ask you about the VMI Invitational. Can you just kind of recap the team's performance?
Sure. It was one of the better meets that we've had since I've been here as a coach, to have so many national qualifiers in the meet, but in multiple events. So, and then we didn't get a national qualifying mark, but in our DMR we actually are number one in the nation right now. So it was a total group effort. It was a great job of my assistant coaches to get everybody prepared and ready to go. And it was one of those things that when you have Maka and Sade and Khadijah and Matthew and Ty to all hit provisional marks, and you have other athletes that are doing such a great job of performing at the high level. And like I said, even with our DMR to win and Shane Connell to win, what you get is a really good group that sets the bar. So even the people that weren't winners but participated, we got a lot of personal bests out of that, because that is contagious. Like in all other sports, when people are successful, it becomes contagious.
Absolutely. It looked like an exciting weekend.
Sure.
We know that you actually had some SAC GEMS Varsity Players of the Week,
Right.
so you almost actually swept the awards
Right.
this week, so very exciting. Can you tell me what was special about those athletes and their performance this weekend?
So with Maka, what we challenged Maka. Maka is somebody that we have high expectations for, and he's earned it. When you finish third in the 100 and third in the 200 and third in the 4x1 and your SAC athlete of the year, the expectation for somebody like that is to come in and perform well. And we challenged him. Hey, this isn't about just the 60 this week. This is about the 200. And Maka took that challenge and ran with it. I was like, Coach, I'm going to run the 200. I'm going to run it fast. And then with Sade and with Khadijah, one of the things that because they're both new to the program, one of the things that we get out of that is that they're cool under pressure. You worry with new people coming in sometimes, do they transition well? Do they understand the moment? And they're like, hey, we're just going to go out there and do our best, and it doesn't matter. We're going to compete at the highest level and get it done. And Khadijah didn't just qualify in the long jump and do well. She qualified in the hurdles too. Mm-hmm. And Sade, every time she runs, she breaks her country's record, not just Carson-Newman's record, but her country's record, which is amazing. And so we're proud of them and what they brought so early to our program.
Absolutely. It's been really fun to watch so far. We know that now that the season's underway, it's a lot of back-to-back. Can you tell us a little bit about how you try to keep the team fresh and motivated?
Sure. So we developed a method a long time ago. When Tyler Stepp came on our staff, he and I sat down and we talked, and it was, let's go a week on, a week off if we can. Because for a track athlete, that gives you a bigger gap to train. Because if you're going every week, what you're doing is you're cutting back on training for competition. And competition is good, but you don't necessarily get better if you just compete a bunch. You have to practice and practice the little things. And so what we try to do is a week on, week off. So for the poor coaches, and not really poor coaches because this is our job, but we're going every week. But for our athletes, even though we're going 3 weeks in a row, for the most part, most athletes will go 1 week, take a week off, go another week and go. So the team is going because it counts because we have enough people competing, but really some of our athletes will go that went last week won't go this week, and then some that went this week won't go next week.
Great. So looking forward, Pincus this weekend. Can you tell us, you've been there before, so you kind of know what's going on over there. Can you tell us kind of your expectations for the team?
Sure. Roanoke is a great place for us to go because what it does is they do a good job. Most meets go and they say, you can only bring 3 in this event or that, and Roanoke does a great job of saying, hey, bring everybody you want to enter. Now, we always brag that in track there is no starter or not starter because everybody gets a chance to compete. And this is one of the truths of that, because at Pincus, at Roanoke, we're going to get everybody that has a chance to compete. And so our expectation going into this is that for some who maybe didn't compete last week, this is their chance to shine this week. And for some that we have some that maybe did compete last week, but they're working on something else this week. We have a specific event that they're going to try and target. And so this idea that we go into this meet is like, this is a chance to hone your craft. This is a chance to get better, because every time we run, we're trying to run for where we can be at the conference meet, earn a right to be in the conference meet, and then our position at the conference meet. And so this meet kind of establishes that. So our throwers who didn't compete last week really have a chance this week to go out and compete and do well. Some of our female distance runners who didn't compete last week. Really, this is a chance to earn that spot at the conference meet and be a competitor.
Awesome. Sounds very exciting. Well, thank you so much. As always, we wish you the best of luck. And thank you all for tuning in to the Eagle Sports Network.